Welcome to the Made You Think podcast. Yeah. Welcome to the Made You Think podcast. Welcome to the Made You Think podcast.
Welcome back to the Made You Think podcast. I am your host, Megan Scorp, and I am so glad you're sitting in this space with me today. Now, before we jump in, a quick note. This episode isn't about making reckless moves, burning bridges, or handing in your resignation tomorrow with zero plan. This isn't financial or career advice to make impulsive decisions. This is about getting honest with yourself so you can plan your next move with clarity instead of staying stuck in fear. If you listened to our last episode, Loyalty Isn't a Life Sentence, first of all, thank you. The messages, the texts, the late night emails from people saying, I felt like you were speaking straight to my soul while I was sitting in my car in the parking lot of my job. I read every single one of them. In that episode, we talked about how staying in one place for 20 years doesn't mean you have 20 years of growth. Sometimes it just means you repeated your year 20 times. We looked at the environment. We looked at the clock. But today we're taking off the safety gloves. We're stepping away from blaming the building, blaming the job, or blaming the organization, and we're going to look in the mirror. Because after the last episode, some of us walked away saying, yeah, you're right. I'm just too loyal. That's my problem. I'm just a faithful person. And I love you enough to look you in the eye today, or say it in your ear, and ask, are you actually being loyal, or are you just terrified? See, we put a noble cap on our anxiety and call it loyalty. We give our fear a promotion and call it faithfulness. But today, we're going to strip away the mask so you can finally step into what's next. Because let's be honest with each other. Loyalty sounds fantastic on a resume. It sounds saintly at Sunday dinner when you tell your friends, man, things are tough at work. The environment is draining me, but I'm sticking it out because I'm loyal. And everybody nods. They pat you on the back and they say, good for you. You're a rock. Now, let's be real. No one pats you on the back if you say, I'm staying because I'm scared to update my resume and I don't remember how to interview. Right? See the difference? So one makes you look like a hero. The other makes you feel human. So we choose the hero story every single time. Fear is a master of costume design. It doesn't show up in your life wearing a villain cape saying, hey, I'm here to ruin your potential. No. Fear shows up dressed in high visibility corporate attire. It shows up wearing patience. I'm just waiting for the right season. When you've watched 4 seasons of weather change outside your window. It shows up wearing timing. Oh, the market just isn't right now. The market hasn't been right since 2018. It shows up wearing gratuity. I should just be happy I have a seat at the table. But even if the table is breaking your spirit? See, we use these words to comfort ourselves because admitting we're afraid feels uncomfortable. But recognizing fear isn't a flaw. It's just human biology. Your brain is hardwired to prefer a familiar disaster over an unfamiliar opportunity. Your brain likes predictable pain because at least it knows how to survive it. But think about it this way. Have you ever owned a pair of shoes that are completely worn out. The soles are thin, the side seam is ripping, and if it rains, your left sock is guaranteed to get soaked. But you keep wearing them. Why? Because they're broken in. They're molded to your foot. You know exactly where they rub. Your foot has molded to the discomfort. Then somebody hands you a brand new, high-quality pair of shoes. And what's the first thing you say? Ugh, these feel a little stiff. I don't know if I like them. They don't feel right. And that's what we do with our lives. But let's be real. This just doesn't happen at work. It happens in our personal lives too. How many times have we stayed loyal to a friend who belittles us, takes subtle jabs at our dreams, or only calls when they need an audience? We sit there, taking the hits, and we label it loyalty. We'll say, hey, I've known that person for over 10 years. Yeah, but if you pull back that curtain, it's not loyalty keeping you in the seat. It's the fear of starting over. It's the fear of walking into a room alone. It's thinking, at my age, how do I even make new friends? So we accept low-quality connections because we're terrified of short-term isolation. But hear me out on this. A friend who shrinks your spirit to fit their comfort level isn't a friend. They are a boundary you haven't set yet. Because real loyalty inspires your growth. It never demands your silence. And let's go even deeper with this, because this is where it really gets tricky. We have been conditioned to believe that being loyal to a boss, a company, an organization, or a leader means putting their vision, their comfort, and their success ahead of our own well-being. We'll tell ourselves, hey, I'm being a team player and I'm taking one for the team. Yeah. We stay in situations that are actively wearing down our souls simply because we're memorized the discomfort. We know exactly which coworker is going to steal our ideas on Tuesday. We know exactly what time the boss is going to micromanage on Thursday. It's a mess. But hey, it's our mess. Let me ask you a real question. When did it become noble to be loyal to everyone else except yourself? You will stay up until 2 a.m. stressing over someone else's deadline, but you won't give 30 minutes to your own passion. You will guard your boss's reputation with your life while letting them chip away at your self-worth every single day. This isn't loyalty. That's self-betrayal disguised as dedication. An organization will replace your position on a job board within 48 hours of you leaving. But your family, your mental health, and your God-given purpose, you don't get a substitute for those. So please, stop giving 100% of your spirit to a place that views you as 100% replaceable. Am I making you think? When you call that loyalty, you rob yourself of the power to change it. Because loyalty is an active, honorable choice made out of mutual respect and shared growth. Staying in a place that no longer aligns with your purpose isn't loyalty. It's hostage negotiation, and you're paying the ransom with your own peace. So how do we fix this? How do we move from fear masquerading as loyalty into actual purpose-driven action? It starts with 3 honest shifts. 1, call it by its real name. Let's be real. See, the next time you catch yourself saying, I'm staying because I'm loyal, pause. Pause it right there and rephrase it and ask yourself, if I knew for a fact that I could not fail in my next step, would I stay here? If the answer is no, then admit it. You aren't staying out of devotion. You're staying out of caution. And acknowledging that isn't weak. It's the very first step toward freedom. Okay? Number 2, separate the people from the place. A lot of times we stay in stagnant places because we love the people there. They're family. We feel like leaving the job, the team, or the routine means abandoning the relationships. But hear me on this. Real community survives transition. The people who truly love and support you don't want you to stay small just so you can stay nearby. They want to see you fly. They'll stay in communication with you as long as you stay in communications with them. Feel me? Number 3, start with micro courage. See, you don't have to burn down the building or make a dramatic exit speech tomorrow morning. Courage isn't a giant leap. It's a series of small, intentional steps. Maybe you update one section of your resume tonight. Get it updated with the most recent skills. Reach out to one person in the industry you've been curious about. Start networking. Learning new things. Or you can take one small online class to build a new skill. Build the momentum in secret so that when the time comes to make your move, fear isn't steering the ship anymore. Because now you know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So, I want to leave you with this thought today. Starting over isn't a penalty. It's a privilege. It means you are alive enough to recognize that you've outgrown the room you're sitting in. You were not created to just survive your daily routine. You were not designed to spend your best energy protecting a comfort zone that stopped comforting you 5 years ago. It takes immense bravery to admit that the shoe no longer fits. But on the other side of that, admission is a life that actually fits who you are becoming. Not just who you used to be. So today, give yourself permission to take off the cape. Stop calling it loyalty. Call it what it is. Take a deep breath and take that first step towards your future. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today on Made You Think. If this episode hits home for you, take a second to hit that follow or subscribe button on your social media. Share this episode with a friend, coworker, or someone who might just need that extra spark of courage today. But until next time, keep growing, keep asking the hard questions, and keep making yourself think. Have an incredible week.